Okay, so welcome to today's talk. We are going to talk today about homeopathy and a typical condition of pulmonary hypertension. So first of all, let's try to understand what is pulmonary hypertension. Is a condition where the blood pressure shoots up, especially in the arteries of the lung, and it can give rise to symptoms related to your respiratory organs. Like often they will come across with a lot of chest pain, tiredness, breathlessness. There might be swelling of the legs. There might be faster heartbeat. There might be vertigo feeling. So it will be a complex of these symptoms, and very often doctors might diagnose it as asthma, as blood pressure issues, as cardiac issues. Very often, it's important to understand what is beneath it. Pulmonary hypertension may not be the diagnosis. You have to understand what is beneath it. And one of the things to understand beneath it is to understand the causes. And there are many, many causes that can happen. There are so many causes of pulmonary hypertension. But you have to understand that the causes can be so many, like blood clots, like cardiac issues, like liver disease, like chronic pulmonary diseases like fibrosis, bronchitis, emphysema, sometimes autoimmune disease. Nowadays, I also see thyroid and sleep apnea being one of the causes. In children's cases, obviously, with the congenital heart diseases, there can be these issues like that. But you have to understand that homeopathy acts at a much deeper level. And we have homeopathic remedies which can actually influence, stimulate the right action of the pulmonary vessels and the arteries. So I'm going to talk to you about how I'm using the remedies which act at a deeper level, which can help the pulmonary vessels work a little better. And very often I'm called to hospitals, to ICUs to see patients, and sometimes I often see them in my clinic and everywhere. Some remedies that I've used more often. The top remedy that I have to tell you, although it's a fairly common remedy, the top remedy I've used is carbohydrates. It is a, they call it as the corpse reviver, and I wish actually someday we should write a book on carbo veg and just talk about cases on carbo veg. I have so many cases of carbo veg in last stages, in later stages, in a high potency. Always give 10 m and 50 m, and they have worked miraculously, especially in pulmonary hypertensions. Often there might be a secondarily cardiac or lung pathology involved. The other remedy that I use very often is natrum muriaticum. Typically, the indication should also be of natrum muriaticum, the typical grief and the kind of aversion personality, the withdrawn state. But I've used this remedy more in low potency. The organ remedy which I've used a lot is Rovolfia. It's a remarkable remedy for pulmonary hypertension. One should use it in 6 potency. Um, One of the things where I have found it as a concomitant is a lot of depressed personality with sleeplessness is what I've used Rovolfia for. Some more remedies I want to mention. One of the remedies is Aspidosperma. Now, this is a remarkable remedy. They call it as what is called as the digitalis of the lung. You can read Boric Materia Medica for this. They call it as a digitalis of the lung, and I've used it almost at a low potency to influence the pulmonary vessels. Remarkable results. The other remedy, this is not available in all pharmacies, but I wish you should know about this remedy, is Betonica officinalis. This is a remedy that kind of acts at the vascular level of the lung, heart, and brain. Also, very good remedy for stroke and post-stroke patients. Another remedy, especially with degeneration of the vessels, is vanadium. So these are my thoughts. Do not prescribe randomly in this kind of cases. These are delicate cases. Meet a good homeopath and let him take a detailed case, and artistic homeopath will find an answer. Thank you.